And when you're growing them, first there are two different types of growing environments that you could use. The agaricus likes to grow in different types of soil or composted material, and most of the other mushrooms like woody type substances. And so it's completely different. The agaricus type mushrooms like darkness, and the others like to have light. Outdoors wise, if you're using forest litter, we listed a couple or three different types of mushrooms that grow really well in just forest litter, and then there are other situations of using wood. Like when we do our shiitake and lion's mane blocks, we shred oak and add some organic wheat bran to it to make our blocks, because we're trying to simulate wood or an oak branch as much as possible. Indoors, you can grow oysters on straw or sawdust or wood chips, coffee grounds. You just have to make sure that you have enough nutritional value in whatever it is that you're growing them on. I've talked with several people who've tried it with coffee grounds, and apparently coffee grounds are kind of low in nutritional needs for mushrooms, so they haven't been very successful. Anybody here tried it, growing them in coffee grounds, and how did it work out for you?
It worked well, but I used a mixture of coffee grounds, straw, and manure.
And manure? Okay, yeah. So you added supplements to it in a sense.
Yes. And gypsum and
nitrogen content, and it's quite the contrary. Very high in nitrogen. You use it as like 10 to 20% as a supplement in your formulation.
The coffee grounds?
Yeah, very high in nitrogen.
Okay.
Similar.
So they're actually.
What's the box elder mushroom?
It is the. Is it Piopini also? I think Piopini is also box elder. Your Brook, right? Yeah. He's like a pro mushrooms. Okay, so we're done with this one?
Well, we grow most of our mushrooms indoors because we can control the environment. But we're also trying to transition to growing outdoors, and we are semi-successful growing oyster mushrooms on straw outside. And instead of using branches and logs of oak, we've chopped them up and made, like I call them artificial blocks, but they're made out of wood.
Ooh, he's got buttons in
You got buttons to push?
Bright and shiny. New mushroom experts.
Where's Mom? Anyway, we're trying to transition from indoor to outdoor, because indoor you have to use a lot of plastic bags and everything, and outdoors you don't have to. And we're starting to be more successful with the oysters outside in straw beds. And like I said, for the shiitake, we chop up the oak, form blocks.
The shiitake forms the block itself.
Yeah, the mycelium kind of makes a fake block. Anyway, we're having success with that. And a lot of our customers will only buy what we grow outdoors because of the flavor and the nutritional value.
Do you do those blocks in a bag, like grind up all the stuff, throw it in the bag?
Throw it in the bag, and then after the first flush, take it out, then we set them outside, and you get the second, third, or fourth flush.
So if you choose to grow your mushrooms indoors, you just have to be really careful with the structure that you use. We are using an old modular that was on our property, and found that they're great renters for us. They don't bash in walls or make loud noises. It's really nice having them with us. But it's also a structure that was old, and so we don't worry about the fact that there's a lot of moisture in there and that it's going to decompose someday and collapse, because we'll have another solution by the time that happens, hopefully. So you probably don't want to do it in a spare bedroom. Just my guess, it might not be a good thing. Oh, and I guess another reason why you wouldn't want to do it in a spare bedroom is when we have flushes, really intense flushes. We have a 3-bedroom mushroom house. When we have a room that's really flushing, we need to wear a mask, because if we don't, we can get respiratory problems. At first we thought we were above that and it wouldn't happen, and we both ended up developing problems with our lungs. And so you have to be really respectful of the amount of spores in the air.
Especially with oysters.
Long term, or did it go away?
It went away
With
when we started behaving appropriately. Yeah. So we have these really funny looking masks that cover our nose and mouth and have big pink cheeks on them. It does wonders.
And we're transitioning to a hoop house with a shade cover on it. We've had some success with that, just a hoop house.
Yeah.
And we're also thinking of, in place of the modular, getting one of those geodesic
Geodomes?
domes from Colorado that you can control the environment a lot easier for high altitude and cold weather. So we're going to give that a try too. Because if you like to tear something down, growing mushrooms is a great way for destroying a structure because of all the mold, etc.
Are you guys local here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right outside Nevada City.
Okay, so let's skip this and we'll just go talk about our other stuff. Oh, okay, so this is a good slide that just shows the pros and cons, because there are pros and cons of doing it indoor or outdoor. You just have to weigh what works best for you. It's much easier to control the environment indoors than it is outdoors, obviously. So that's helpful, but at the same time you're making other sacrifices. You're using a lot of non-renewable type material with all the plastic that you need to protect the walls. So our production, we're both certified organic